What's up, family? We got a real simplified one for you today in everyday life for every last one of y'all out there. Now watch. I'm gonna touch home with this. Mom, dad, grandparents, stuff they taught you. So we're gonna title this from simple words. Never show up empty-handed. 4 words. Never show up. I'm tripping. I'm like Shrek again. Pick number two, my lord. Pick number two. But anyway, let's get to the point. Never show up empty-handed, right? Never show up empty-handed. When you go over family and friends' house to visit, or maybe you're going over there because an event, especially if you're going over somebody's house for an event or something like that, you doggone better not show up empty-handed. Because if you do, you show up empty-handed, let me tell you what that does. It's a bad reflection on your parents. And I know your parents raised you better than that. You never show up empty-handed. I don't care that it's your brother's house, your sister's house. Oh, that's my brother. I must show up with something. Hey, before you went over your brother and sister's house, then you stop by the store and you bought yourself a little cake, a soda. Give them a bag of sunflower seeds. You know your auntie like a bag of sunflower seeds, right? You probably go there and say, hey, aunt, I was at the store. I was thinking about, I know you like sunflower seeds. I bought you some sunflower seeds. Like, she probably not even eat them today. It might be a week later. But when she do eat them, she gonna be like, yeah, he bought me them. I got them on the table. Let me come. Well, you bought me them seeds. It was a week ago. I was just thinking about you. I picked them up. I'm on the back porch eating them seeds. Thank you. I appreciate that. See? You was going to say something?
Yeah, and that is a show of disrespect if you come empty-handed on a place
I
or
like
places because
that.
you've been taught since you were very well. Your grandmother taught you better. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
You're right. It's like for you to show up empty-handed, it's disrespectful, and it's borderline. It's borderline disrespectful, but it's definitely inconsiderate. But you want to be what? You want to have consideration. What is it? That could be the word of the day. Consideration. Now we all heard it before, but what does it mean? It means careful thought. You know, you thinking like, yo, let me be careful with this one. Like, I'm going to visit this person. They having a graduation party. They having a receptionist party, a wedding. Man, would you believe? Let me tell you something. I remember when me and my wife got married. We had a whole bunch. We had a nice big wedding, nice big reception, lots of people, family and friends, associates, right? Would you believe we didn't get the equivalent of gifts and letters of money equating to the amount of people that was there? But I remember 2 envelopes in particular. I remember when me and my wife got to our hotel later that night, and I'm going through the gifts, because, well, we gave all the gifts to somebody to take it to the house, but we had all the envelopes. When we got to the hotel, I'm going through the envelopes. I remember 2 particular envelopes. One I opened up, it said, congratulations. It had a $10 bill in it. A $10 bill. I said, what cheap joker put $10 in here? And I bet the joker ate up $100 worth of food and probably brought somebody else with him and ate up a bunch of food, but put $10 in the envelope. Boy, I said, boy, some jokers have no consideration. But you think that's bad? You think that's bad? Watch this. The second envelope I opened up that was worse than that one, it was an envelope that had no money, no check in it. It just says, it didn't even say congratulations. It just, the card, whatever the card says, morning spirits to morning greatness, or some nonsense that, you know, already scripted stuff on the card. But it didn't have a name, it didn't have money, it didn't have a check, nothing. I said, dang, who the heck put this in? But see, that's a person that have no consideration. So like I said, I don't care who event you're going up, don't ever show up empty-handed, because I know your parents raised you better than that. I know they did. Watch this. I'm going to give you another one. I remember many years ago, we went over one of my good friends I grew up with since I was a kid. He like family, my man Wayne. I remember we went over my man Wayne cookout. He was telling us to come over to cookout. Now Wayne throws a really big, huge cookout, just like we did, right, babe? He throw this big annual cookout exactly like we do, right? And I remember when he invited us, he had told me, he said, yeah, man, you know, make sure you come through this and that, bring the family and all this. And that's what we did. And of course I asked him, I said, yo, what you need me to bring, man? You know, a lot of people love to say that. What you need me to bring? And, you know, of course he was like, nah, man, you ain't got to bring nothing, man. Just you and the family come, man. I want y'all to come and just have a good time. And then like I told him, like a lot of y'all, nah, man, I don't do that, man. You know, I just thought, I'm going to bring something regardless. But I thought I'd ask you in case there's something in particular you wanted. You know, because I wanted to have what? consideration. Remember, careful thought. Although you use that word a lot, now you know exactly what it means. Careful thought. I wanted to have consideration, right? So I asked him again, yo, come on, man. I know you have a big thing just like we do. You have a big smash like us. But let me know what you need, man. I'll bring exactly that. And he said, nah, man, I'm good, man. Come on. Joe, you know how I do, man. Man, we got everything, man. We got a lot of people bringing other stuff. Yo, just bring yourself, man, and bring an appetite. So I said, okay, cool. But you know I don't get down like that. Because just like you out there, my parents raised me as well. You don't never, it's the title of the video, don't never show up empty-handed. So, yo, we came to the cookout. But what I did, I stopped at the store before we came to the cookout. And I bought about 8 sprays of off mosquito spray. And when we got to the cookout, you know, I greeted myself to him and his wife. And then I had a bag with me. I said, hey, yo, just want to let you know, I bought a whole bunch of mosquito spray. And he was on the grill at the time. And when I said that, he put that spatula down and he turned to me and he said, yo, that's good, man. I ain't think of that. I mean, we got all the food and all that, but man, good looking out. Because people been here complaining that they getting bit a lot, you know, because we in the backyard. He said, that's the one thing I didn't think about. Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank. I said, come on, man. I try to think outside the box. I try to have what's the title of the video? Consideration, careful thought. You know what I'm saying? So I went to each table and I put mosquito spray. The moment I'm talking about, the second I put it on the table, people was like, oh my gosh, I need that. These bugs is biting the heck out of me. Thank you. Oh. And my man Wayne was like, he just looked at me from across the backyard and was like, I knew what that meant. Yo, good looking out. Then my man June, he always had what? Title of the video, consideration, careful thought. Because this is somebody I got a great deal of respect for, and I'm visiting your personal space. Let me show you that I have consideration for you and your family. It's much love, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you another one. Remember years ago, man? It was acquaintances of ours that we knew. They had just bought a house.
Oh yeah.
They had just bought the house. They was having what a lot of people have. They was having a housewarming. And they, you know, they invited us and all that. They lived in Old Bridge at the time. They was having a housewarming and they told us to come by. And we went by, but before we went by, we went and bought them a gift. Now watch this, y'all. Y'all gonna like this one. So when we went by, they had food and all this stuff. It was nice. It was lovely. The house looked lovely. So then when it came time, when the lady of the house started opening gifts in front of everybody and giving thanks to everybody, the first gift she opened up was a nice size box, and she opened it up and she's like, oh, look, somebody bought me a glass bowl. This is nice. This is gonna be real nice. I'm gonna put this on my counter, put like fruit in it. It's gonna be real nice. And we was like, okay, cool. Then she opened up another gift and it was like, oh, nice little gift. She's like, oh, this is a keychain. But put my keys, nice, clear. It was a clear coated keychain with their names on it. That was cool. Then she opened up another gift. It was another box. She was like, oh, another glass bowl. Somebody brought me a glass bowl. Uh-oh. She's like, okay, well, I could use this when I do my salads and this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And then she opened up another gift. When she opened up the other gift, it said, let's try to make up something. She opened up, it was a bunch of plates. Yeah, let's go. It's a housewarming. It was a bunch of plates. She's like, oh, this is cool. We definitely use this. She opened up another box. It was a couple of pots and pans. It was cool. I'm not making this story up. She opened up another box. She's like, oh, look, another glass bowl. So we over there to the side, like, some people have no consideration. You know what they do? They grab the first thing they see when they go in the mall. Ooh, a glass bowl. Before the night was over, she had opened up about 4 glass bowls. That was crazy. But when she got to our gift, see, because we was doing, what's the title of the video? We had consideration. We was using careful thought. So when she went to our gift, she went to pick it up. And she's like, oh, ooh, wow, what the heck? This thing is heavy. Said, what the heck could this possibly be? A motor? She's like, what's in here? An engine? A motor? And we was laughing. And she put it on the couch, cut it open, and when she opened it up, remember, it's a housewoman. She opened it up, it was a whole bar of Irish Spring soap. And she's like, oh, you brought me some Irish Spring soap. And we said, nah, keep looking. And then she pulled out a whole bar of cocoa butter soap. Then she put another whole bar of Camay soap. A whole bar of whatever. What? Zest soap, Dove soap, cocoa butter soap. We had bought her about 8 different cases of soap, and we put it on the box. That's why the box was so heavy. And when she was opening that, you should have heard all the other voices in the room. They said, "Oh my gosh, that's different. I would have never thought of that. I like that. I gotta use that right there. When I go to the next person to have a housewarming, I'm gonna use that. I like that. That's different." See, you know why it's different? Because we were having consideration. Remember, title of the video, never show up empty-handed. Word of the day, consideration. What was we doing? We was having careful thought before we just show up with what? What was the most common gift she was getting? A glass bowl. See, that's just a person just going, "Oh, just give me anything. Well, I'm just get it. It's so what? Show up and I'm gonna eat $50 worth of food, but I'm gonna buy a glass bowl that costs $10. See, this is how people do. So, remember, in closing, what I would encourage any and everybody, take the old lessons of our ancestors and never show up empty-handed. That's the title of the video. And always use the word of the day, such as consideration, which is careful thought. When you're visiting, I don't care who it is you're visiting. When you're visiting them, show up with something. I don't care if it's the most minor of things. Show up with something. Because let me tell you what happened. All right, let me give you one more story. Let's say you show up at this person's house, right? And you show up with a gift or some fruits, vegetables, whatever, right? And that's cool because you having consideration. But then down the line, they show up at your house and they don't show up with nothing. We got people like that, right? Like I always say, don't let that make you be bitter or upset. But what it does, make you have a mental note to say, okay, I see how this person is, so I'm just not gonna go out of my way for them no more. You know what I'm saying? But now, one day when you and that person visit another person and they see you show up with a nice gift for them time and time again, that's when they're gonna be like, "Hey, I noticed you always bring her a gift every time we go over her house. I mean, what's up with that? You don't be doing that when you come to my house." That's a lie. You a damn lie. Because I did used to show up at your house with a gift. But I noticed when you come to my house, you don't bring nothing. So knock it off with the nonsense. It's a real simple thing. Show reciprocating respect. And like my wife always say, it's a shame how some adults, some grown folks, still have to be taught. Because they make the most silliest of inconsideration of things. And they go, "Oh, I wasn't thinking, girl. I was just so busy. I was so tired. I would just come over here real quick. Just had to do something real quick." Nah, always have consideration for anyone that you're taking the time to step one foot in their house. Never show up empty-handed. And always have consideration when you do show up with something. Because it shows the greatness in you. It shows how your parents, it's a great reflection of your parents. That, yeah, see, this is my parents taught me this. You don't never show nobody's house empty-handed. Am I not correct? I know I'm correct. Peace.